Hi there, this is Two Legs Better, and welcome to another episode of Badminton Academy for Badminton Nerds. All right, so now the All England 2025 All England is going on right now, and it's very, very hot. And today is the final day, and yesterday was semi-final. So I'm going to review the semi-final, the two games between four pairs in semi-finals in mixed doubles in this episode. You know, the unquestionable king in the past 4, 5, 6 years was Zheng Siwen, Huang Yaqiong. Okay, and the king and the queen has retired. And then the king is the queen just come back with a pair with another person, but she unfortunately wasn't in the semi-final. Now there are four pairs, and they are all kind of new. So I'm going to review some clips from all of these games, all two games, and share with you my opinions and analysis on some of the things. Okay, so now let's get into it. All right, the first one is a game between a Korean pair and a Chinese pair. The Korean pair is Li, and I'm not familiar with him. But he's really, really good. I can see that already. I didn't really watch his game, so I can't really say much about him. But CHAE is a familiar name should be a familiar name to badminton fans, because she was paired with she won the world championship with Seoul in 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So, and they were the only pair I think took away the world champion from Zheng Siwen and Huang Yaqiong. And so CHAE is now pairing with a new guy, and you can see there's still some things to work out, but still they are in the All England semi-final, so that's a great accomplishment there. So it's it's looking great. And the other one is also, these people are not new, but the pair is new. So the guy here is Feng Xuanzhe. Feng Xuanzhe, he's an extremely tall guy, 190 some centimeters tall, and paired with another tall lady, and that's WEI Ya Xin. WEI Ya Xin is a very tall lady. I think range-wise, she might be the one of the top ranges females in the mixed doubles at the moment, maybe even all time. She's just that good. She's very, very good, and her movement is great, and instinction is great. I think her placement of the shuttle now is improved. And her partner is Feng Yanzhe. Feng Yanzhe was paired with Huang Dongping. Huang Dongping won the 2020 Olympics, actually also over Zheng Siwen, Huang Yaqiong, and but since then she still did remarkable things. She is also one of the top ladies there. So it's just so many top ladies, it's top players. It's just, it's not enough compliments to give around, I guess. And we'll see her in the next clip, next game to watch. But the thing is, I'm not sure the chemistry between Feng Yanzhe and Huang Dongping has been fully built. And now this is a new pair between Feng Yanzhe and WEI Ya Xin. You can see it's coming on strong. I truly believe this could be the next new royal pair in town. In the mixed double arena, they might be the pair to beat at this moment. And when I'm filming this, the final is not played yet, so we don't know who's going to win yet, but I think they have a great shot. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of these shots here.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he's so aggressive on the return of serve.
Okay, the last rally, there was Not much to say about the last rally, but it's all classic stuff. So it's a return of serve. So WEI Ya Xin used the backhand to put it back there, and then CHAE just put it back again, and we had the ability to cross it. So that is a great shot, because both of these Korean players are on the left side. So it was a cross shot back, and it was put back by Lee, and Lee put it in the empty place as well, and so kind of forced the FENG to use his backhand. But I want you to notice, you see how quick both Chinese players were moving like a watershed, kind of in sync towards the left side of their court. And that is good collaboration. It's like no hesitation between these two players. That's really rare for newly paired mixed double players, because usually they were like looking at each other and waiting for each other to react first. Okay, so that is a smash. It's a good smash. Smash to the man, and it was a good return. The defense is, these players, all four of them, their defense is always great. So it's cross court, and it passed the female player. So you can see the Korean players, they have a little hesitation. So CHAE was trying to get that first, and she couldn't. And Lee was right on the other side, and he saw that she couldn't. Then he started to chase the shuttle. That's why he hit the shuttle so low. But look at the Chinese players. Look at WEI Ya Xin here. When she sees that CHAE couldn't get to the shuttle, and she immediately rushed to the net to cover this portion. Notice that she's not going to the center. She's not going to the center like a lot of amateur players do. She goes straight to the front to cover the straight line. And when she does that, see Feng Yanzhe, see his body just facing the shadow, slightly step forward. That's a great mixed double play. And of course, it doesn't really matter where the return is. You can see in this clip, in this focus, is that the full court here is empty, right? I talk to a lot of people, they don't understand it. They say like, okay, if the female only cover one corner and the male is going closer to the female, the court will be wide open. No, it isn't, because in this case, you see that for one, Lee was hitting the shuttle really off the ground, so he doesn't have a lot of options. Even if he does, the best option is to put it across court in front of the net. If he did that, Feng Yanzhe is already here, so just one step away, he can get it. That's the male's job. It's not the female's job. It's not it's not WEI Ya Xin's job there. So Lee did the normal thing. There's no other way to put it. That's the only safe option. So he was under duress, so he just lifted high, straight. But you see how high Feng Yanzhe jumps. He's already a tall guy. He jumps that high, he's smashing. That's really very menacing. So you see that. So he actually did a half smash to CHAE. I want you to pay attention to where CHAE stands. That's kind of her game. She stands a little bit far. I would say she respects the male a little bit too much. And when she stands like a little bit to the wider to the right and a little bit deeper, she kind of opens up to the half smash or the drop a little bit, and then she returned it. It's a great placement. You see that it's great placement over the female player. But you see Feng Yanzhe's range. Okay, he just jumps over and keeps smashing to CHAE, and CHAE returned that. and Wei Ya Xin covered that beautifully. She just gliding back and forth in front of the net, and then just put the shuttle over the net gently, and CHAE had to go over to lift it high. You see how difficult this is. You know, your players, the two cranes are moved around by the Chinese players, and they have to lift to defend such a tall guy jumping. You know, you can tell. Okay, so that smash is in between the two players. Both try to hit and then could cause confusion, and that's 1 point. So that's just a kind of a glimpse of this.
Starting to find his range now. FENG.
That smash, I have to say, the placement is perfect. It's literally perfect, right in between both players. Both players could get it. Both players would have difficulties getting it. That's just great placement.
Yeah, that's the problem for
kind of same deal at the end, right? But I want to show a little bit of earlier. You see, okay. Now, this is a high lift, so it's the Korean player Lee's chance to smash. Okay. Okay. See how he jumps really high. This is impressive. Okay, this is impressive. This is really good, and his smash is great too. I want to see the two Chinese players, their feet. Look at their feet and their concentration on the shuttle. They are ready. And if you notice the movement, you'll see that Wei Ya Xin moved so quickly, just a little steps, just a few steps and back in her position. This is just great. This is just great. I didn't really see that from her like a couple years ago. And I think she's just matured right now. She's almost a perfect player right now in mixed. And somehow Lee chose to smash to Feng Yanzhe's. It's a good spot. It is the spot to go, the right hip to right-handed players, to the right hip, because that's the most difficult place to defend. But he defended really well. He actually returned it across to CHAE, and CHAE was able to block that. And you know, it was so quick, but you can see after the hit, before CHAE even hit the shuttle, Wei Ya Xin was already ready, raising her racket to block that. And then Lee tried to return it. It's I'm not sure what that was, because it was a soft return, kind of a, because in this case, I would say Lee could go here. This is the gap, right? Or hard drive, cross the female player to the back. That's actually where Feng Yanzhe is defending. Feng Yanzhe thought he was going to drive it over the female's head, so he's going there to defend. So I would argue the best placement would be here, but it's so quick on the court, so you can't really fault anybody for any judgment. So, and he just put it there, and then Wei Ya Xin doesn't want to make any mistake and put it right back. And Wei's placement actually is better because this is the gap, because he's the male player, so he did that. He didn't go forward. And CHAE, I think CHAE always has that thing. She's a little bit react a little bit late. She's so super quick, so even late she can still get to a lot of the shuttles. You know, it's deceptively quick. But in this case, you know, because she's way out of position, you see she's basically out of play. So Wei Ya Xin just put it right in there, and so Lee had no chance but to lift it. But look at the lift. The lift is great. I mean, look at that. It's right at the corner. You know, it's a great lift. For mixed doubles, if you are a guy, and that is the best place to lift it, because if you lift it there, you help your partner as well, because even if the guy choose to smash to your partner, it's very long, so it's easier to defend. So that's a great placement. And but unfortunately, Feng is just too high, too tall, too long arms, too good. Yeah, he defended the first one, and the second one is a little short, and then it kills it. So you can see that this is a glimpse of this already. Is I think these two will be great. They have the chemistry that I think WEI Ya Xin used to pair with Jiang Zhenbang. That will be I'll play in the next clip, and but they never had that full chemistry. When they do, it's great, but they do not always have it. It's kind of a little bit because players they do not always gel immediately when they pair together. Anyway, so it's still a very good one. So let's look at the other one. The other game is between actually two pairs of Chinese, and you can see that this guy in red, that's Jiang Zhenbang, and he used to pair with WEI Ya Xin, and the other one is Huang Dongping, and she was the 2020 mixed double gold medalist, and she used to pair with Feng Yanzhe. So these two basically swapped partners, and the other two on the other side are relatively new to the international audience. I believe that's Guo Xinhua and Chen Fanghui, and I believe they pair with each other in the Chinese league. So, but I'm not sure though, so don't quote me on that. And so you can see that for Jiang Zhenbang, if you watch his game, Jiang Zhenbang has a super smash. His smash is very crisp. His swing is so fast. It's just it's hard to tell. Before you can tell, it's already smashing down. So he's tall, but he's not like Feng Yanzhe tall. But his smash is equally, maybe even more aggressive and more threatening. Now, Huang Dongping is the lady. Huang Dongping is a very interesting character. I think, ability-wise, he could be the best. Things like Zhao Yunlei, and he might even be better than Huang Yaqiong. I know you're gonna hate me, all right? So, but because people love Huang Yaqiong, I love Yaqiong too. I think she's one of the greatest. So, but Huang Dongping is very good. She's really good. However, as a mixed partner, I think her issue is she's a little bit too good for her own sake. What do I mean by that? She sometimes doesn't treat herself as a female player on the court, which I don't know. I don't want to sound like something, but still, in the mixed double court, you got to understand, if you're the female, you tend to be the target, and both of them will target the shot at you, and rightfully so. And Huang Dongping is very good. Most of the time, she can hold her own. But sometimes, because she doesn't move, it hinders her partner to move. Because, say, the partner is moving from the back and make a drop, expecting, we'll see in some clips what I mean here, okay? But I want to kind of get it out of the way that she's really good. And let's see.
Shuttle hit on semi-final Saturday. Wonder whether the two in red.
Okay, so this one was the first rally. It was pretty good.
Shuttle hit.
Okay. Yeah, this editing, it doesn't have the serve. That's really kind of annoying.
On semi-final Saturday.
Okay. This is actually good enough for me to show you what I mean by this here. Okay, so this one, so Huang Dongping used backhand to put it back in the middle, and look at Guo Guo Xinhua and Chen Fanghui. So Chen Fanghui is already here. Look at her. She's already here. And Guo Xinhua is here. So it's a good attacking position. It's really a good attacking position. So now because I couldn't see it before that, but somehow Huang Dongping was forced to backhand from here to the center, and then Chen Fanghui put it over, try to kind of over her head, but not really, because they don't want to give it to the Jiang Zhenmeng from back there. Now the thing is, Huang Dongping was moving backward. And then the shadow is there, and then Jiang Zhenmeng was trying to protect behind him. Look at Jiang. Look at Jiang's hand and the racket. He's there. So what I'm trying to say is that Huang Dongping didn't have to move backward. Let's see if I can make it kind of clear. All right. So what Huang Dongping did was Huang Dongping used backhand and then put it back. When you put it back, your body moving towards the net. Okay, now your racket is down. Your body is moving towards the net. So the natural movement would be you go to the net, raise your racket, and you're going to block that in front of the net. Really, it will be really high. It will be over the net. As long as it goes your way over the net, you're gonna kill it. It's easy as that. But Huang Dongping did was she tried to move backward. She tried to move backward to cover the cross. That's a good read of where the shuttle is going. But I would argue it's not a good movement because it hinders your partner, hinders his ability. If Huang Dongping goes forward, her partner is already there, and it gives him more room to operate. Now here is the difference between single and double. In singles, you chase the shuttle at all costs all the time because you're the only one on court. If you don't do it, who's going to do it for you, right? But for double, it's different. Double, you play for position. You try to go to your position, cover your corner. You cover your corner and for one, you leave the rest to your partner. For two, you give your partner room to operate. So in this case, they won the rally, but it doesn't mean it's a good play.
Saturday.
So she pushed it downward and then just cover the court. And this is typical stuff. You know, both of them are attacking. So and Guo Xinhua just lift the record, lift the shuttle to the side, and that's all good. And look at her. She is not backing down. And look at her racket. Her racket head up, and she's going forward. She's going to cover the net. Don't even think about it. Drop it. You know, I dare you to do that. You know, don't even think about it.
Wonder whether.
And Jiang Zhenmeng still did it. It's just that. It's so amazing. I think it's because she raised her racket, but her body is moving backward. I would argue she should move forward. If she moved forward, Jiang Zhenmeng would probably just drive it over her head or even lift it. If Jiang lifted it, and then game is changing. You know, it will be Guo Xinhua's chance to smash. But because she moved backward, and then Jiang Zhenmeng just put it in front of the net, and that's great play. And so Chen Fanghui tried to go forward and try to do cross, which is a mistake. Okay, that's a huge mistake. Let me tell you what I mean by it's a mistake. Okay, let's see. Can we get back? Yeah. Okay.
The two in red.
No. Go back a little bit.
On semi-final Saturday.
Okay. Now you see that. You see that? She's already there. If she stayed her ground and raised her racket, then that play wouldn't have happened. Jiang Zhenbang wouldn't put it right there, but she didn't. So
Wonder whether.
okay, she go forward. Now, why the cross court choice is a bad one? Well, that's because Huang Dongping is right there. So you cross it from here all the way to there. You're gonna pass in front of her. You're looking for trouble. You're not. It's not gonna work. You have to play a super tight net shot in order to cross net shot in order for it to work. So it's just not gonna happen. And she tried too hard and it didn't go over. So this is one rally. Let's look at it.
2 in red.
Next one. Okay, this one there's not much to see, but I want to kind of show you what I mean by Huang Dongping is not afraid of any challenge. The male player smashed the 2 shuttle to her right hip. You know, she defended beautifully and turned it around and go to the net. And that's how good she is. But this is also the beginning of the game, so she's in her full strength. You know, over time along the game, you're gonna get tired, and the difference will magnify. So. Okay, you can see how fast Guo Xinhua moves and how crisp the smash is. Okay, it's also good placement. So. Ooh, that's a beautiful shot.
Great reach.
Okay, how did that shot happen? All right, let's see that. Okay, I hate it when there's no serve. All right. Okay, this is the one. This is the one. Now, a quick quiz. Whose fault was it? Whose responsibility was it? I know. It's Guo Xinhua's fault, right? He did that brilliant shot. Why is that shot brilliant? Well, that shot is brilliant because he had choices. He had choice. He's hitting here. He could hit it across, and he could hit it straight. Now, here the thing is, for the 2 right players, okay, let's take another look. See if I can place it. Okay, now you see the position. Now, at this point, Guo Xinhua, look at his racket. His racket facing up, and he's going forward, and he has a choice because when you reach the shuttle high, you have a choice. You can flip your wrist and use your finger to get it done. You can. Now, he can do it straight. I'm telling you, he can do it straight or cross. You know, he can do both. Now, the straight is an easy choice. Now, who has the responsibility? Number 1, the male, or number 2, the female? Now, this is the thing. This is usually the front court player. Even if it's a double, just not mixed double, the front court player should cover the straight line, because the straight line is going to cause a lot of trouble. If you go past her to here, to the mid-court area, it's going to cause a lot of trouble. So she should go, but she didn't. She's staying her ground. She didn't go either forward. Well, I should put it this way. If Huang Dongping didn't go forward, she should go backward a little bit to defend the cross. If she goes backward just a half a step, a little step, and then Jiang Zhenbang can go sideways forward a little bit, that would also work. That's not as efficient, but it also works. Okay, but she didn't. Now, Jiang Zhenbang cannot do anything because he has to watch her. She's in front of him. If she doesn't move, he can't move. If he moves first and then she moves, that will be too late and she'll be the target. Now, And then Guo Xinhua pretend to push it forward to make the movement like he's going to move forward. Now both players had to react. So now you can see, pay attention, both players react at the same time. That's when Guo Xinhua just hold a little bit and then flip it to the other side. See that? You see that? Both of the red players are moving. And that is bad sign. That is really bad sign. That's like, for doubles play, you should move before they hit the shuttle and start moving when they hit the shuttle. If you start to move before they hit the shuttle, you better hoping that your partner is moving to the other direction. That's just not gonna happen. It doesn't really work that way because, you know, it's not simultaneous. But of course, Jong Min is really, really good. So he still defended and bring it back, but not for long.
Great reach.
Although they lost the point, I still want to point out how good Jong Min is. You know, she just defended the smash. It's a half-court smash directly to him from the middle player. She had no problem at all. But it did put the team in bad position though. So they lost at this point. Okay, so now half an hour already passed. So I reviewed the clips from two semifinals, and both are great games. And I expect nothing less from today's final. I think the final will be a great game. It will crown the new queen of the next era. And if you're a badminton fan, you should open your eyes and pay attention to this. And this is getting better and better. So, and this is 2 Legs Better from Badminton Academy for badminton nerds. And please subscribe and come back, and I will post more in the future. In the meantime, have a great day.